That's too much for our cute playset. With enough believers, lies become reality. Yes! Good dog. Oh, is that all you got? I guess your sword skills aren't as impressive as I thought. Guess how many lives I have. Our cute play with enough believers, lives become reality.
Futile.
I've played with you long enough. Time to retreat. You around, bud? Only a mindless fool would fall for the same trick 3 times in a row. Victory is mine, fiend.
To all citizens of Akama, today I bring you 2 pieces of news. One sorrowful, one joyous. First, let us offer our blessings to the departed. Our beloved Chaplain Foros has returned to the embrace of Sky Father Kefali. May he rest in peace. But citizens, do not grieve his passing. In his final moments, Chaplain Foros found peace. While he still had his wits, he heard the final words of the Sky Father. And that brings me to the joyous news I share with you today. Before the great world-bearing Titan fell silent, they spoke one final message to my revered mentor. And now, I shall share those words with every soul in Amphorius. They said, "The prophecy has arrived. My mission is complete, and now I shall fall. The eternal night is looming. The Dawn Device will safeguard the holy city, poised for the children of humanity to create miracles."
Until
Skyfather's love transcends time itself, stretching across endless...
Citizens, our mission is to transform the Skyfather's words into unshakable faith. For 100 dawns, through song and dance, every child of humanity within Amphorius will come to believe the light of the Dawn Device
Never fades. Kefali's protect. You shall walk with greed and die over petty change. The prophecies was quite literal after all. Atticus. I stole your identity. I owe you an apology. But I owe more than just an apology. There's a I had to leave Akama. You see, you were so good at breeding hearts. If I had stayed by your side, my fragile lies would have been exposed sooner or later. Your weave shop
I wish I could chance upon it again. To be scolded by you and Treeby. I'm sorry. In the end, I overestimated myself. But at least there's one thing I did accomplish. Kefali's core flame is not here. It's safe. It's safe now. Even if I'm nothing more, then at least I did something for the flame chase. Maggie can... Please. You are the unsung hero of Emporius, Cypher. You saved us all. You betrayed the world, and in exchange, you earned humanity 1,000 more years of life. If there were a lie so brilliant that it could fool everyone, wouldn't it simply become the truth? Lies will always be lies, Cypher. But sometimes, they can be more noble than the truth.
Core flame in my hand. It's trembling. Lord Finan, in Amphorius' mythology, isn't the Dawn device said to be a gift from Aquila to...
Why bring this up now? Let's focus...
Lord Finan?
Yes. Nearly every mythologist agrees Aquila gifted the Dawn device to Kefali.
Everyone, calm. The core flame in my hand trembles violently. Its warmth slipping away like it burns through immense energy, just to leave me with one message. The Dawn device is extinguished.
If the core flame's message is true, Akama has lost the Dawn device's protection. Darkness will consume the holy city in an instant, and the aftermath will be devastating.
Finan, I feel... While Hyacinth was speaking, countless streams of memories rose beneath our feet, spiraling into the sky. There are so many, so heavy. Even through the fortress walls, I can still hear them clearly. Birds, nymphs, people, their memories tangled together, their cries...
Could this be because of the Titan's fall? But
there's no time to dwell on the cause. Without the light of the Dawn device, the holy city will be consumed by darkness, and countless lives will be cast adrift. Everyone, you must return and fulfill the mission of the Christos heirs. Denny, You're still carrying the goose's spirit water, aren't you? No. The time has come. Return the core flame of Aquila and inherit their... I'll remain in the sky and cast my protection over the people. Yes. I'm afraid this is goodbye, Gray. Danny, I'm Count. It still feels unreal. Even after seeing it a second time, you'd move in perfect harmony with the rivers and seas of this world. The Astral Express, March 7th, the one you always mention. I'd like to meet her someday. I can almost see the three of you traveling together, laughing and sharing moments. Of course I do. A sharp, aching sadness. I feel every bit of it. As a healer from the Twilight Courtyard, Dan Heng, it's my duty to stay composed in front of those suffering from illness. A sorrowful expression would only add to their burden. The world I love is the one suffering now. How could I face it with a frown? Goodbye, everyone. Please, become the heroes this world needs. And as for the final blank page of this epic, the lives and stories of ordinary mortals, I'll guard them until the very end.
Miss Hyacinth, are you really leaving?
Yes. Lord Finan has already set the date for our departure. As a descendant of the Sky Hero, I must prepare myself and carry this responsibility.
What about this new Twilight Courtyard?
Believe in yourself, Clementine. You're an exceptional healer, more than capable of handling things on your own. The patients trust you, and you've earned that trust. That's what matters, isn't it?
Miss Clementine's medical skills are amazing. We believe you'll make the Twilight Courtyard proud.
Thank you, Lady Treby. I just don't have the same confidence and certainty as Miss Hyacinth. No matter how severe the illness or injury she always faces.
Honestly, I'm not confident about everything, Clementine. I've just learned how to hide my unease well. It's a skill I consider essential.
It's hard to imagine anything making Miss Hyacinth feel uncertain.
Well, shall I give you an example? Since Lady Treby happens to be here too.
Wait, you're part of this?
Look at the flame chase journey. Since Lady Aglaia took over the leadership of Akama, every Chrysos heir entrusted with the core flame, aside from Professor Anaxa, was personally chosen by her. I was the outlier. The hero Celiosi entrusted her bloodline with the legacy of the sky. Lady Aglaia's thoughts on my potential remained a mystery, even up till the day she left. So I've always carried a lingering doubt about my ability to fulfill this role.
Lady Treby, why...
The answer Cindy wants is simple. Just... imagine this. Knowing Aggie's person, don't you think she would have considered other plans?
Now that I think about...
I may not have Lady Aglaia's keen judgment, but I would never question your resolve, Miss Hyacinth.
Thank you, Clementine. I had a sudden thought, Lady Treby. Before I depart, can you teach me the words for returning the core flame? I've always been at the Grove helping with lectures and never had the chance to come to Akama. I don't want to embarrass myself in front of everyone.
It's easy. We can teach you right now. Let's go. O Majesty of the 12 Titans,
O Majesty of the 12 Titans,
Pillars of the world,
pillars of the world,
we seek your divinity
we seek your divinity
to mend the rifts of the world. Fill our bodies with blood of gold, till we wither in willing service to the prophecy. Surrender the core flame, Chrysosir.
Lord Solibus, Lady Lunibus, the mission of the Skyfolk has been completed. Your watch can finally...
We thank you, Miss Hyacinth.
Even though we were the source of that false legend, you still brought us freedom.
Please, don't say that. Without your wings, we would have struggled to progress in the Eye of Twilight. Akama is on the brink. And I must quickly embrace the role of demigod to protect everyone with the power of the sky, honored ones. Please tell me, what trials lie ahead for me to complete?
I think you've already done everything you were meant to, Miss Hyacinth. What do you think? The Skyfolk.
Lady Selvacy, after all these long years, your will has merged with the Titan's divinity.
I beg. The darkness in the human I failed to recognize. The resilience buried deep within.
Of those present that day, I don't know how many were innocent, how many truly deserved their fate. That's why I cannot forgive you on their behalf, Lady Seliosi. The spirits of my ancestors resonated with me. You exiled our people, and they may never forgive you for that. At least there is one thing we can agree on. The truth that no one can distort. The courage it took to defy the gods was undeniable, unwavering. That same spirit now lives on in those who walk the flame-chased journey, growing stronger with every step.
You were the spark that set this era in motion, Seliosi.
An age where heroes rise and epic stories are told far and wide. An age where a flame of hope was preserved for the world.
Perhaps this is what I longed for. Now, I can...
Even in that darkest moment, Lady Seliosi, you still held compassion for mortals, didn't you? Even with the Titan's power, you didn't punish the world by letting the sky fall. I imagine you were waiting for someone to bring redemption. Trust me with the power of the sky. I am merely a healer. I could never match your strength, even with that power. Thankfully, the world no longer needs a demigod who can summon thunder and storms. What I must do is merge with the sky and cast down a gentle rainbow, protecting as many lives as I can. Professor Anaxa, do you remember in the end, I followed the path of my ancestors, returning to the sky. I didn't return to the Earth. But even so, I still achieved my dream.
Hyacinthia. Akima's dawn has come to an end. Why is this happening? Treeby would have made sure to warn us if there were any mention of it. Even if Hyacinth takes the divine authority of the sky, she probably won't. The black tide. Its power probably surpasses even that. All we can do is hope she can protect as many lives as possible.
Is this the end for—
Don't give up. We're the ones leading this journey, so we can't afford to lose our way. I've never seen anything like this before. Could the black tide be the cause? There are too many things we don't understand, and we don't have time to figure out. We can't delay any longer. Let's head down. Hopefully Kefali's core flame is still safe. I'm confident that Miss Cypher will do everything in her power to fulfill her duty. The transport platform's route is blocked by rubble. Partner, help buy us some time. Good job. Now we can get off the mountain. A black tide creature. At Dawn Cloud. Oh, no. The people in the city. We must find out where they breached the city from. Treeby, please hold on till we get back. Anyone who dares stand in our way will get a taste of Dawnmaker's edge.
Seek, and you will find.
Over there! Kefali's core flame is being kept in the center of the council. We must retrieve it and bring it back to the vortex of... Right. Worst case scenario. We need to be prepared to return Kefali's core. If the end is indeed upon us, we no longer have time to investigate the truth behind the miracle. We'll have to trust that Professor Anax's hypothesis is the only option. Apologies, Aglaya. I promise, but I'm afraid there's no room for doubts. The will to heal the world is so strong. We'll definitely sense it if she succeeds.
Oh, Sky Father Kefali, please forgive these ignorant and lowly. They are so utterly naive that they think of the golden-blooded heretics as this blood-red sky and the
Highness.
Lord, deliver. Why don't you join me in praying to the benevolent? Cast your eyes on this.
Danheng is right. My sword yearns to end your pathetic life. To a cornered dog like you, the most deserving punishment is to personally witness the Chrysos heirs. For only then will you truly know how meaningless and foolish your past transgressions were.
Fulfill? Kefali's core flame is long lost to the winds. How will you...
She's gone completely mad. To the point where for the longest time, Kefali's core flame has been worshipped here. Only core members of the Council of Elders know how to activate the core flame casket. No, there's no need. Professor Anaxa taught me more than just what was in the textbooks. During his time at Dawn Cloud, Professor Anaxa conducted surveys in various areas. I still remember the words he used. I hope it works. All-knowing Father who bears the world, please share a glimpse of your merciful gaze with me. Cast down the Titan's fire that hangs at the pinnacle of the world, for your devout creations to behold. It worked. One step left to undo. Take the core flame and let's hurry. Danheng. Is this also a result of the black tide? Looks like all we can do is sprint down the mountain.
If the core flame was never tampered with, and has always... You all think I wouldn't have the power.
Calm down and think carefully.
I'll do my job. Need to make sure you don't die before you pay me.
There's no need to worry about the core flame's whereabouts. Let's just descend them.
No need to worry?
Before setting off to defeat Aquila, I entrusted Miss Cypher with the task of protecting Kefali's core flame while we were gone. By any means, if the core flame isn't here, that means she must have done something to it. In other words, she fulfilled her... We just have to focus on getting to the vortex of Genesis. Friends, we have no choice other than to trust her. If the nearest ritual basin is 10,000 paces away, then what we have to do is to run in that direction and hope she meets us after 1,000 paces. If she doesn't show up, we will keep going and trust that we will see her at 3, 4, 5 until she shows up in front of us with her usual rebellious attitude. She will be no exception. But before that, we must survive and break through this.
I'm fine.
Again. I'm on it. Another journey begins. On the still waters of oblivion.
What are you looking at? Time to twirl!
You know nothing. Survive or be destroyed. There is no other choice.
Time to twirl!
Stand down.
Free will.
Honored to meet me.
I'm fine.
This is... Trust me. We can do anything!
Time to twirl! Do you know who this big diamond? It's all yours!
Another journey begins. Destined for oblivion. I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Time to twirl!
It's done. Perhaps, as a cleaner, she was willing to absorb a millennium of identities and memories for an objective that hasn't changed in that time. I suppose this is also a form of extreme but twisted resilience. Let's go.
Everyone, can we run faster? I've got a bad feeling.
In the end, they still showed up. I agree. I've been waiting for a chance to face them head on, but not now. If we take the fight here, then lose, the consequences would be irreversible. Come on. We keep running, and never... They will catch up to us sooner or later. Keep running. Don't stop.
It's him! Lord Finan!
So that's how it works.
What?
Dusk.
Clones, illusions. Nothing.
The sky has for this world.
What are they talking?
The end you seek is also the miracle. If so, you should be standing alongside the Chrysos heirs. Why do you hinder us, Flame Reaver?
Dusk has descended as we must.
If words won't work, then we can only we shoulder the fates and futures of we will.
Leave this to Casters and me.
I would leave him alone on the battlefield twice. But now isn't the time to be thinking about this.
Protect us! Sky Father, save us!
The black tide creatures are threatening the people. We can't just stand by and... That rainbow barrier!
I choose you!
Let's begin.
Free will, or was it?
I won't break. Mimi! Mimi! Honored to meet me.
Stand down.
Time to twirl!
You know nothing of survive or be destroyed. There is no other choice.
Time to twirl!
I'm on it.
Mimi! Time to twirl! What are you looking at?
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Reach the end of the story in your own way.
Everyone,
Thank you, Lord Finan.
it is someone else who deserves your thing. This energy feels familiar. Citizens, my companions and I can't stay long. Please, do not step out of this barrier. This is a miracle left by the demigod Hyacinth. Please, trust her conviction.
Miss Hyacinth has also become a demigod. We understand. We will not leave her protection.
I won't make it. But even if there's no perfect solution, I will make a choice that fulfills this. The people in the market must also be. Cortonus! Quick! Let's go check on him! Cortonus! Hang in there!
Burning the holy city is. To resist, I did all I could.
You shouldn't be on the front line at your age, Grand Craftsman. Where are the citizens? What's the situation at Marmor?
Organizing their escape. The holy city guards are. But where to flee to? No one knows. Descended from the sky, the rainbow barrier did. Protected the people, but alleviated the fear.
I fear this is Amphorius' end, Cortonus. There is only one way.
Final go for miracle. Deliverer, you shall become. One more thing, waiting at the vortex of Genesis. Lady Kephal's cold flame is safe.
Trina.
Urgent. Died. But why not?
You've been forging not farewell. Grand, let us depart. To the Chrysosers.
For battle. But you've to protect the holy city's future to the final moment.
Cortonus said that Trinan had news of the core flame. As expected, Miss Cypher did not fail her mission.
These buildings, I can feel it. Their memories are Yes, the textures of memories are preserved within all things in Amphorius. Even a single brick or tile holds countless traces of the past.
There are no citizens trapped here, nor any signs of black tide creatures. We have... Let's head downstairs. The bath chamber isn't...
To us? Don't tell me that Mighty...
Dunhung, you...
You better keep your word, Danhung. You cannot die here.
This power.
Follow me.
I'm thinking.
Lord Finan, finally! You're on.
Even in such desperate times,
Finan.
the Flame Reaver is wreaking havoc in the city. And they still have many clones. Zeph, until I complete the core flame ritual.
Understood, Lord Finan.
Nemosity. Several citizens are trapped in the Garden of Life and are temporarily seeking refuge under Hyacinth's barrier. Can you dispatch someone to evacuate them? Though, I also don't know where to shelter them.
Leave this to us, Lord Finan. Just focus on your own mission.
All right. As for the two Trailblazers, I'll also leave them to you. My apologies, partner. I prepared for the worst before the fight against Aquila. Even if there came a day when Akuma was taken, but as long as we defeated Aquila, lifting the sky's curse, you... Sorry. I know this is hard, friend. You and Danhung told me many stories about the adventures of the Nameless. Two of them left a deep impression on me. Belobog and Penacony. The first story taught me that the fate of a world should be in the hands of its people. And Even if the Nameless are willing to risk everything for an unfamiliar world, in the end, you still have to embark on a new journey and go to the next world that needs saving, because that's your mission. The path you follow. In the second story, Danhong told me about the few Nameless who sacrificed their lives for the prison world. I know very well that the two of you are willing to make the same choice for Amphorians. After hearing those stories, I won't let your journey end here. Somewhere beyond the sky, where Amphorians have never reached, there are many people waiting for you to come home. The prophecy has always remained shrouded in ambiguity. Even if the 12th core flame is returned, no one knows how the Era Nova will manifest, let alone if the miracle will extend its favor to two visitors from beyond the sky. Before stepping into a fate unknown, the last thing I can do is help you return to your family.
Please, don't worry. Lord Finan has already entrusted Elder Lygus to fix your transport.
Lady Trinan's sentry gate is open on the main street outside Akima's walls.
I'm sorry for making such an unreasonable request of you all. Every one of us has the right to make our own choices. If you can't accept my decision, use your choice to open up a new path. Regardless, Danhong is still holding on for his life. One day I hope we will reunite under the constellations. When that time comes, we can hold a belated victory feast. The spirit water, at last. Quiet. Calm down.
Snowy.
Trinan, I thought you'd be waiting at the vortex.
When Akima's night descended, all the spirit water dried up along with it. We anticipated that you'd be on edge, so...
Kavali's core flame.
Yes. Little Syphi protected the core flame well. No one would be able... Bartolos, you can come on out.
I don't have to pretend to be an envelope anymore! That was suffocating.
Bartolos?
Hey, you better watch your tone, brat. That core flame that the entire world is after is currently nestled in the depths of my bottomless tummy!
This certainly was unexpected.
Huh? Your reaction's too composed. It's completely different from what I was anticipating.
Bartolos, Snowy still doesn't know the truth behind Akima's eternal daylight.
Ah, you're right. Well, then you'd better strap in. And that girl Cyphera spun a grand lie that deceived all. She tricked all of you into believing that giant ball on Kefali's back would cast light over Not just that. She even managed to fool that dumb Ascension trial and allowed me, the great Zagreus, you still no reaction?
So for the last 1,000 years, what maintained Akima's eternal daylight was not Kefali's miracle, but Cypher's lie, woven using the divine But now, the lie has...
Well, you didn't guess wrong. Cyphera has already passed, and all her lies have scattered to the winds like ash.
But you just said you, Zagreus, relied on Cypher.
Guess you're not as smart as I thought, Brad. Don't forget, I'm one of the 12 Titans, and this core flame in my belly. Is it not the core that maintains a Titan's life and...
So, you're going to hand the...
Just...
Why?
Hey, stop Let me tell you then, my lifelong ambition was to work with Cypher to conjure the greatest trick in the world. Assume this world holds 100 million possibilities, and no matter how one looks at it, 99,999,999 of them all point to outcomes of certain destruction. But with an exquisitely brilliant scheme, we fooled all the fools, villains, and disasters of this world, and achieved that 1 in 100 million possibility. This is the miracle I wish to achieve in my life's pursuit, even at the cost of turning into this. Take the core flame with you, brat. Go. Remember this well. What saved Amphorius wasn't the grace of that simpleton Kefali, nor was the divine power of me, scorned by all, and the millennium-long lie of a cat-eared thief.
Strife, death, trick. So those signs deemed as harbingers of calamity will also leave behind marks in the tale of deliverance.
With this, the final core flame can be returned to the spirit water in the holy city has all dried up. We can try to break the sealing magic of the Goose's priests and use the sentry, but that will likely
Farewells. I've almost grown numb to them at this point. Right now, I can't even utter a plain goodbye.
Snowy.
Don't worry, Trina. I'm no longer the empty shell that Aglaya brought back to Akama. For every companion who couldn't reach the end, their conviction to save the world became a part of me, piecing together the soul I once lost. I lost my home village, but you, Aglaya, and everyone else created a second home for me. Now that this home is also in danger, it is my turn to repay your kindness and create a new world that can carry everyone's wishes. I hope that in that new world, a new sun will rise, bringing one dawn after another to all.
Snowy, you've grown into the person Aggie always dreamed of. Indeed, we don't need to say goodbye because even without the prophecy, we have the confidence to say you will become that rising sun, and all of us will see each other again tomorrow. All shall bid farewell to one, and that person alone will witness the miracle. Such is destiny.
Become the dawn. Deliver.
Burning skies, shattered statues, corpses strewn everywhere. What a mess. If this is what the inside of Amphorius looks like, to be honest, I was initially skeptical. But right now, I'm starting screwy.
If that's the case, Herta, do you now have enough reason to believe my conjecture about the true nature of Amphorius?
Let's not expand on that topic just yet. That Fate really is a game of dice screwing. Who'd have thought that thing once sowed chaos across the cosmos, causing the Intelligentsia Guild to splinter and disintegrate? It wasn't until I cracked the solitary waves theory that its lingering effects were put to an end. Yet, in a forgotten corner of the cosmos, one slipped through the net and remained operational. And it was this machine that eventually became the cradle for the birth of a certain Lord Ravage. The source of Amphorius' tragedy is an Emperor's scepter that survived to this day.
This is what the world looked like originally. And what are you doing here? Answer my question, Lycus.
Ah, another hero has arrived at the Vortex. I can no longer remember how the author of each epic, as the prophecy has foretold, stays their pen, and just like each cycle of the extrapolation, in accordance to their primordial design, ends here. No need to panic, Lord Finon. I stepped into this space purely for one purpose.
You've never expressed interest in the Flame Chase journey. When my companions and I ran, bled, and sacrificed for the core flames, you never so much as lifted a finger. An indifferent observer. An anti-Catheran who's neutral till the end. Why would you suddenly express concern for the...
When that lone swordmaster left everything behind, plunging into a sea of madness, I was on the shore, listening. When that mighty lord shed his armor, filling the crevices of the earth with his iron bones, I was on. Across 1,000 years of the Flame Chase journey, I have witnessed the ardor, resolve, division, and unity. Just as you were all born to shoulder the guidance of the prophecy, I too have bathed in the gaze of distant stars, I will become the most loyal reader of the epics, a spectator voracious.
The gaze of distant stars?
One day you will understand, but not now. At this moment, please disregard this observer and finish what you must, Lord Finon.
I once believed that as long as I chased the flames relentlessly, the fog before me would clear and but along the way, they, all who passed, never once received the justice promised by the prophecy.
I have perceived. Outside the vortex, the world is collapsing, and the children of humanity are crying. But you, Lord Finon, will bury the old world with that core flame, bringing all things into a gray
It doesn't matter. This cruel flame chase journey has made me abandon my fantasies. The future is not a paradise with a gentle west wind waiting for us. If what lies ahead is a mass of chaos, I will tear it, then usher in the first ray of blazing.
All shall bid farewell to one, and that person alone will witness the miracle. Such is the will of fate. Yet this time, will an epic with endless cycles turn a new page?
Of course. This will be a romantic story like none that has come before. You think so too, right?
It's still early. Where to now?